All right, guys, what is up? I am TheyComing, and welcome to the stream today, boys and nerds. How's everybody doing? How is everybody living? How is everybody thriving? I'm so glad to be here. If you're catching the VOD, thank you for watching as well. Feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section. I wanted to give you guys a quick update about what's going on with me, the channel, the clan Dominant Tour, and yeah, so I guess on a personal note, if you didn't know, I'm a musician, and my day job is teaching music in actually to pre-kindergarten students. So I'm teaching really little kids, sort of the basic fundamentals of music. So it's not a super formal education. There's no written sheet music, stuff like that. But I teach music to children, and I also ring a lot of handbells. I actually ring at the church that I grew up in, and I also ring in a professional handbell choir, which is not associated with the church at all. And I had purchased some composition software back in 2020 during the pandemic and did a little bit of writing back then. And to give you a little bit of history, I actually did a decent amount of arranging when I was in college, when I was getting my college degrees. And really miss that process. So when I purchased a new copy of software in 2020, I did a handful of things, then kind of lost sight of it. Got really wrapped up in sort of pursuing what my immediate job was at the time, which was restaurant management. And lately, I've got to be in my bonnet to start doing a little bit of composing again, arranging again. And I went back and tried to reinstall my old software. I'm using Dorico now, which is a Steinberg product, which came out of Finale. And long story short, found that my version, because of when I bought it, they'd changed platforms, registration platforms, all this stuff. So I couldn't just re-download the software and use my activation code again. I actually had to reach out to support, and so after a couple days, still hadn't heard back, decided to try a different avenue to get support. Actually, the live chat agent was able to do it for me in about 15 minutes. So they not only got me back my version of the software, but they actually upgraded it one step. And then from there, I actually paid a little bit extra money to get up to the full and current version. So I just downloaded some professional music composition software. I have the most recent version, feels really good, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of that. I already have some ideas for some things that I would write for handbells, and that's primarily the ensemble that I'm going to be focusing on for the immediate future. So that's what I'm really excited about. I'm super stoked to have that back and to be able to start creating in that way. On to Clash of Clans. Here we are. Dominant Tour is looking really great right now. We are up to 27 members. We do have a couple 18s in here for purpose of donating. Also, we have a 15 in here that can also donate. I think I have 1 10, but otherwise, all the rest of these accounts are able to participate in war, and really satisfied and really happy about the sort of the direction of that. Gothboy, King Brian, William, Blobber, what's up, guys? How you doing? iShowSpeed is my best friend, TC, because he's from the USA. iShowSpeed. Is that right, King Brian? Is that right? What's up, guys? So, yeah, again, if you have friends that are in the range of Town Hall 11 through 14, we would love to have them in this clan. It has been a wonderful resource for my 2 lower accounts. Being able to soak additional ore from these regular wars. And also moving into a CWL this week, it's going to give everyone in the clan an opportunity to actually be in CWL. Whereas when I had my minis in my account in the clan with my 18, my minis never got to actually participate in CWL. So there really wasn't a good avenue for that. But now we have that. And I'm very happy and excited that this has really kind of like picked up some steam, got some attention, got enough people in the clan to make it a reality. And we welcome any new players or veterans alike that have many accounts. It's sort of an equal environment. There's just as many people who have clashed for a long time and as well as those who are, this is their first or second playthrough and they're still working their way up the town halls. Maybe they don't have max level accounts in addition to the ones that are in this clan. So it's a really good mixed environment in that sense. Little sip. All right. So plan for the stream today is go ahead and complete all of our ranked hits on our 12 and our 13, as well as do our war attacks. And just so you know, this war is going to end tomorrow afternoon, at which point we are going to immediately spin CWL so that we don't miss out on that opportunity. So tomorrow, I think I'm supposed to spin it. If it started at 1:30, I'll come back and spin immediately at 1:30. So when I get through with my class, let's see, my class starts at 1, it ends at 2. I'll have to do it right at 2 o'clock. I'll basically hop in the car, spin CWL. We're going to be running only Town Hall 11s or Town Hall 12s through 14s in our CWL. So I believe that would make it to where it's going to be a 15v15 lineup that we run for the duration of the week. And this clan is unranked, so that's something that'll be interesting. War is another bad matchup. I wouldn't say it's necessarily that bad. I mean, when you look at the top, they only have a 15 up here. The bottom of the map is going to be smashed by the 11s. But the middle of the map looks pretty much like ours. I mean, we're running a respectable lineup here. And it's probably going to be fine. It does feel kind of a bummer for the 11s because in these last few wars that we've had, there's always, you know, like an 8 or a 9 at the bottom that the opponent just has to run to get up to 20v20. But I'm fine with that. Eventually, when those 11s hit Town Hall 12, the matchup should get a little bit better. The number 1 is the only thing that matters. Yeah. So I would say we need to be ultra careful about how we plan for this number 1. This is going to be the one that we scratch our heads about and we try to put together, you know, the best possible plan that we can. Getting a really good flinger on this, I think, is going to be instrumental. Being able to take out the Eagle, figuring out how to take down that Town Hall without dying, and then having a really good RC. You know, I really don't want us to lose the war strictly on this Town Hall 15 here. But if we do, we do. It's okay. It's okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I figure doing my war attacks first will give me a little bit of warm-up time before I hop into my ranked hits. One note on the ranked hits. On my 13, I accidentally tapped into a ranked hit yesterday and didn't realize it until 30 minutes after I had done the hit. And at the time, I was like, oh, it's a 14. Awesome. This is good practice. And it was like a heavily built 14. So I'm like, whoa, perfect, right? And so I did my best on it, but I didn't have a CC. Didn't get a flinger down like I would have 100% done if I'd been loaded. And I think I got like a 70-something%. And I was like, oh, whatever, right? It was just practice. And then 30 minutes later, I go to this screen and it says 1 out of 10. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What? And I looked back and I was like, oh, no. So I've already sacked 1 potential 3-star without even realizing it. Kind of a bummer. Also, I have my main account in the clan right now, so if people need totems, if people need fun stuff, I am available to donate. We need to get our preferred army back on, and that is the Rocket Loon army. Rocket Loons have been treating me extremely well at this town hall. I was playing around with Super Giants and Super Bowlers last night, and yes, I could clear the base, but it didn't feel like the overwhelming triples that I was able to get otherwise, and that felt like a bit of a bummer. But this is the composition that I've been liking spell-wise. Let's go ahead and make sure we deactivate these troops here and activate our Rocket Loon, and our Super Wall Breaker. Super Wall Breakers are very good. So Rocket Loons, I believe we were taking like 20. And then we were taking 3 baby dragons. And I think we were also... Hold on a second. There's the wall breaker there. And then when it came to heroes, my preferred setup here is to run the queen and also run the prince. And the reason that I like to run the prince and not the king is because the king by himself, yes, he's tanky, but the prince can avoid ground targeting defense like cannons, like ground expos. And so, or the prince is able to sort of negate the advantage that the defender has if I have to go in and attack cannons, right? The prince just flies over it. Yes, there's a potential to hit a black mine, all that, but I'm finding that the prince on the back end is a preferred choice. Right now, my queen is still upgrading, but I'm actually going to gem the queen here because I do want to go ahead and use the queen today. And then I'll probably put the king down for the duration of CWL. So yeah, let's go ahead and get boosted. Swap the queen in. Boost up. Another thing on this account, I've started to upgrade my action figure. Now, at least for now, I'm thinking that the giant arrow does still have value. Because you can drop her, you can throw the arrow, clear a ton of percentage trash buildings, help to funnel the queen into the base. But I'm really liking this combination for now. I am going to be pushing this up to level 18 as like my main priority for ore. Having hit max level for the prince is a W in terms of level and equipment, so the prince cannot be stronger. But yeah. Okay, so to go over the composition, for those of you who do not watch very often, we start off with a warden charge. We are using 2 baby dragons, usually in combination with rocket loons to sort of drive the warden in to either do an invis trick for a fireball to the core or just keep him charging and just throw the fireball point blank. It really depends. Sometimes an invis trick really isn't needed. Any invises that we can save are going to benefit the queen when we put the queen in, or the prince, for example. But the flinger is an absolute necessity to make this work. So burning rocket loons at the start of the attack to take out, for example, mortars, or even burning 4 rocket loons to get an exposed expo, which is a little bit rare at this lower town hall, but it's still possible. The flame flinger is extremely strong for that. So let's go ahead and get after this first war hit. Let's pick a base. Do a little scouty. All right, so right here, what I see is the potential for a flinger to get in for his eagle. Or for these Inferno towers. I don't think he can get the second Inferno because the Warden's going to be sitting right there. I think a good spot to drop our Warden might actually be up at 12. And we could burn rocket loons on these corners here to force him in towards the double expo compartment. If we could land a fireball onto his Eagle Artillery, that would be litty-titty. So maybe we put the Warden on top of the Elixir Collector here. It's going to be a lot of early damage onto him. But I think with the help of some Rocket Loons, we can get through that without having to spell. And our Flinger... The other Flinger that I was considering would be to drop him over here to try to get the multi-target Inferno out. This does worry me here for the Warden. But I think if we get him to path correctly, we can set an invis trick onto his Eagle Artillery. Or even if we were to... I think the Eagle Artillery is what we want to. I think trying to hit this to go for like a Clan Castle takedown might be a little bit weird. But the Queen's ability... Probably send the Queen's ability through here like this. Or I could send the Queen's ability across the Dark Elixir Drill to try to eliminate the air defense there. I'm kind of wondering what I should do with the Queen. Maybe I could fling from the bottom here and arrow across like this, and then look to Rocket Loon his multi-inferno, and the Queen would either go this way or this way. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I kind of like that arrow more. Because we can support our... we can support our super minions when they come out of the siege with additional rocket loons, as long as we get these air defenses down. So I'm actually liking that. All right, so let's see. How many point defenses are going to shoot the Queen when I drop her? I think 3 point defenses will be directly on her if I get the placement that I want. Don't want that Archer Tower here to lock on, so like right above the Elixir Collector I think is a good spot. And then we'll burn Rocket Loons early on to make sure that Warden's going to move this way with the Baby Dragon on at least that side. Okay, let's go. Let's not think too terribly hard. And we're going to boost for this too, because we're about to do our ranked hits. Boost heroes. Nice. Cool. You have Clan Castle cakes on all your accounts. That's amazing. Issue is I've been having to clean up on my account as counts at the top all right when it's 14s, but 13v15 it's pretty hard. Yeah. Hey, very early today. Yeah, a little bit earlier than normal today, but needed to go ahead and get this done. All right, so let's go ahead and scout. Wait, no. We're on the 12. I was recommending this pace. So let's go ahead and hit this one. All right, here we go, nerds. Everything's there. All right, super minions are out of the Clan Castle. Gonna rage him there. Cool. This soundtrack is kind of gnarly, is it not? All right, we can go like... Let's invis him. Missed one of the air defenses. Let's rage the Warden. Break her here. We're going to get ready to freeze the town hall. Ooh, we don't even need to. Cool. All right, so now you're over here. Send a minion over there. It's looking cooked. Definitely wrecked. Cool. GG. Soundtrack is kind of crazy. Dun, 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 dun. Love it. It's like glam rock. All right, let's go ahead and get the next one here. Requests for war. And let's see what the live attack is. Zaxxon. Doing all my donation stuff right now for my clan. All right, so what does he do? Goes in with some rocket loons and some zaps. Okay. So what's he got? King with one dragon. That dragon's gonna die here though. Or does it die? Is the queen just not powerful enough? Wow. So he kills the queen. Not much of a funnel here. Sends rocket loons ahead. Grabs a black mine with that. Hey, we like that. He lands. The poison, though. Where's your poison, brother? Get that poison down. Okay. Eternal's already been used. And we're... I don't know if we're stalling or not. I can't tell. That warden over there... This prince has to take the air defense. Good orb. Very good timing on the orb. And I think that actually will seal the 3-star. So GG. Nice. King's doing some unnecessary tanking. But the number of air targeting defenses is fastly dwindling. We're down to 3 of them. The Prince and the Warden by themselves should be able to clear this unless Prince hits like triple black mine. Red mine hurts. Think he's got it though. Unless he doesn't take this archer attack. No! Well, 40 seconds. That dragon needs to get up there and help. Have to go to college at 9 o'clock. Okay, that's what's up, man. For me, he starts streaming usually at 1 a.m. But I have to get up at 5 a.m. for work, so I go to bed early. That's what's up, man. All right, so he does sneak away with it at the very end there, but very nice. Hey, man, using the rocket loons, good choices. Good flexibility options provided. And let's get on to the next hit. All right, so the bottom looks like it's decently guarded from a flinger with the clan castle being right there in that position. We could use a flinger on either the right or left side. We'd have to drop, I think, 4 rocket loons to the double cannon to ensure that they make it all the way to the mortar without kind of any oopsies. I think dropping the Warden at the bottom and trying to hold our fireball until we hit the Eagle Artillery could also work very well for us. The base is pretty spread out, so burning rocket loons early just to make sure that we can sneak a baby dragon in to assist with pathing on these collectors, right? I think that's going to be something that we need to do. This might, well, I want to say if I put the king in here and we put king and queen down, if we're putting our flinger over here, our king and queen could be assigned with doing this and moving around like this, and the warden would be able to step up into the business here. The thing is I tend to have a lot better success when I use the prince away from the queen and away from the warden. All right. I know what I want to do. Let's get it done. Warden goes down first. I'm going to drop one there. I want him to go straight in for those bows. Cool. Inferno going down is also big W. Let's go like this and this. Cool. Then we can probably start queen over here in just a moment. That. We don't have a headhunter, which feels a little weird. Assist up here. Gotta watch the single though. Okay. 1, 2, 3s. We're looking fine. And it's definitely GG. One more archer there. Sick. Easy day. No totems needed either. Cleant, boy, cleant. W. What's up, Doc? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you. All right. How's life, Doc? How's the farm, brother? All right, so we did rip off a couple triples back to back. Sounds good. And now it's time to hop right into ranked hits. So this is instantly going to probably throw us lots of 13s. So we need to get our head right and lock in for solid flingers every single time. And the clock is ticking. So let's go ahead and do it. Ranked, here we go. I think fireballing his multi is a good play. Okay. I want him to step to the top there. Cool. And the archer over there. I think our warden is looking solid. Let's do this. I'm actually going to rage warden too. Then here what we can do is start working our queen from over here. I think we're doing fine. Warden. All right, well, Warden goes down. We're fine, though. That's the last few percentage points right there. And we got it. Nice little 12v13 off the rip. I like that new music. I might actually turn back on my game noise. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. One part about getting older, you wake up and try to find out which body part isn't working for the day. Doc. Oh, boy. They come and get a question. I got 16 triples in Lecture 3. Would I still get to Legend League? Brother, you asked that yesterday, my guy. You literally asked that yesterday. And I told you exactly what I thought about that. Like, have you not forgotten that I responded directly to this? You gave it a thumbs up. Not asking the question, my guy. Not answering the question again. You literally thumbs up my answer yesterday. All right. Jeez. Hit these donos for people. All right, cool. I think me and Regen Redox are tag teaming it right now. All right, let's do it again. All right, so where does the flinger go here? I think we want to charge it as Eagle plus his CC. In fact, if we charge at the Eagle, we could knock out his CC with the Fireball and get value around it. So you know what? We'll do that. We'll put you here. Do that real quick. All right, we see the CC comes out now. Get ready to poison here. And we will drop you over here. I think we can get it to where the mortar will not target us here. I'm wondering if those flames are going to hit the mortar, because that's what we want to happen. Okay. It's happening. And it'll actually take, which I'm down with. Here we go. Flames take mortar. Just gonna let this cook. Cool. Think queen starts up here. Nice. Nice. Prince is looking okay. We're going to use the Prince ability now and actually rage this and totem here. And it's 100% cooked. I threw that too soon. But there it is. GG's. Spells coming out your ears, boy. All the heroes are full health. Let's go. 12v13 is not that difficult. It is not that difficult. Balls that did not go well. You forgot Super Wall Breaker? Ah, it's okay, dude. It's okay, brother. All right, how we doing on time? 20 minutes, 8 hits. We'll be calling this close. Had a nice little preamble that I probably should have abbreviated. But here we go. Who all's watching, man? Look at all these viewers over on Twitch. Rad44411, Samoan Stud. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream, dudes. Don't be shy. Say hello. All right, let's request. The thing that kind of sucks is that our ranked hits, our CC request takes longer because the season reset. And we can't get it to a better spot until like days later. Let's go again. Another 13. What is this base? What are these bases? Why are they so dookie? Where's your eagle? Where's your eagle? Am I blind? He has no eagle. Dude, what? Sure. Okay, we're going here. Throw one more to see if there's anything else in the clan castle. I don't see anything. We'll drop that. We'll put this. You want to get that mortar that's behind the archer tower, just so it doesn't cause us problems. Got a lot of air traps out too. I'll take it. Oh, loons, of course. All right, Warden, 1, 2, 1, 2. He's okay. Just kind of looking for the opportunity with the queen. This is an incomplete layout, by the way. I don't know when to throw the fireball or where to throw the fireball. I'm a little confused. I'm going to go ahead and double quake now. And rage you. Then we're going to go like this and this. Look at that. Boom! Boom! And then queen, we can slip you in like this. Wake you over here, double this, get this over here. This is completely wrecked. There we go. It was a quick triple too. No Eagle Artillery. Is this even legal? Okay, so what that was a Town Hall 10 base that had never updated his layout. So he's using an old layout from Town Hall 10 that has never been updated. If we go to our attack log and we look at this player and we visit his Town Hall, he actually has 3 Infernos. He only had 2. So this is like clearly someone who just either doesn't care or I don't know. I don't know. But this attack, this base is missing a lot. There's a lot missing here. I did not know you could see who's watching on Twitch. Yeah, if you're doing a Twitch live stream, or if you're streaming over there, when you go over like to where the chat pane is over on the right, and you click the little community button, which is like there's a symbol that has like 2 people, like little stick figures. You can see the viewers that are actively viewing. You can see your list of moderators. You can see the chat bot that's in the stream watching. You can see any of that. All right, let's request the next. This sucks. We have to wait like 30 seconds to get troops every time. But not because we can't donate immediately. We can't request immediately. All right, let's go. All right, it's actually a 12. Okay. Oh no, it's coming down to fight my flinger. Oh, that's a rip. Get in there, baby dragon. See him, baby dragon. Good save. Holy cow. We saved our butt, bro. It's not what I meant to do. I was trying to target the expo. We haven't thrown the fireball yet. Totem. Cool. Cool. Nice. Very important that we didn't lose the warden there, because we had to get him to hit the town hall with the fireball. So throwing the fireball kind of late, but also saving the flinger from the electro dragon, I think, is what kept us in the game, because that flinger getting all that value is super important. Totem plus poison plus baby dragon. Huge value. And I've had to do that a couple times at Town Hall 12, where like you throw rocket loons and you accidentally trip the CC that then travels at your flinger. A totem plus a poison and a baby dragon can deal with most things, like, easily. See if any other war events have happened. Oh, they're number one, of course, one-shot Blobby, because it's Town Hall 15. Although you see people fail that all the time. Like, all the time. Let's keep moving. All right, Warden to go with the CC, 100%. That's funny. He'll be working. Cool. No, Warden dies. Suddenly we're getting squirrely. Okay. Do this. Queen. Get it. We're good. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Had to save it at the end there. But that's usually the beauty of doing this hit, is I oftentimes have plenty of spells on hand to where if something does go wrong, I can kind of pivot the very end of the attack to where, like, for example, the healers did manage to cross over to the queen. And because that happened, I could freeze and invis that multi to, like, juice the queen, invis over the defending king so I didn't run into a situation where queen got hung up and got insta-killed, you know. We could have very easily failed the end of that attack if we didn't have extra rocket loons that we hadn't just thrown all the way at the very start. It's always a good idea, like when you start, like, I want to say keeping at a minimum 10 rocket loons for the second half of the attack is sort of part of what makes it work. You need to, yes, funnel the warden. And part of that includes once you take down some outside archer towers or even air defenses, like dropping baby dragons so that they clear trash on either side of the warden and he can move directly in. That's sort of how the attack is constructed. All right, we're coming up on an hour. Man, wow. If we fireball his single right there, we get his clan castle. I don't think it's particularly difficult to do either. Now, where's the flinger go? Probably up here. That's not what I wanted to happen there. We didn't need to toss those loons. That was kind of a waste. The flinger is doing amazing work, though. This looks cooked. Can even rage this here, I think. And then look to invis the queen. GG. Ripped it up, nerd. Cool. Got it. Dude, the flinger, like investing a single totem to help the flinger out, 100% the play. Like he got this flinger got all of this. Yes, I did drop some rocket loons to ensure. But I mean, like, if the fireball plus the warden was going to get this, like there's only this little thin strip over here. Well, guess what? I throw a queen's arrow. I eliminate 3 or 4 point defenses with the arrow. Then what's really left? You know? Plus, I didn't have to use a single invis to get the fireball off. Yes, we did trip the CC early, which meant the warden got slowed down dealing with the dragon. Ended up not being a problem. What's up? Adam Melvin, what's up? Used to watch your class years ago and stayed subscribed. In case you came back, and here you are. Glad to have you back playing Buzz. Adam, dude, thank you for those kind words. Yeah, man, I came back in October of last year and started streaming every day, or not every day, at least 4 days a week, if not 5, and have been loving it. Like, playing on the lower accounts, Town Hall 12 and 13, and then I also have my Town Hall 18, which is quickly approaching max. Haven't got to my supercharges yet, but I got my heroes maxed, and my lab actually completely maxed out last night. So, yeah. I'm working on some, I think like 4 or 5 more levels of the Greedy Raven. And that's the only offensive potential that I really need. My equipment is not that far behind either. I have a lot of great maxed out epics. I have enough ore saved up for the new Dragon Duke epic that's coming out in about a week, I think is when they have it on the calendar. But yeah, dude. Thank you. Glad to see you. Have you been clashing this whole time, or did you take a break and you've come back too, or what? What's going on? All right, let's do our next. We got 4 more attacks. Man, this is going to be tough to get all these done. We're going to have to... All right. The Eagle's up there. It's actually really smart. He's got his heroes stacked, but I mean, like... Is it value to Fireball just to kill his heroes? Or is it more value to go for his single with a Fireball to take his clan castle? Okay. Cool. Do this. The Flinger I really didn't think about until now, which is probably a mistake. He's moving in. Let's see. If we go like... I want him to take the bomb tower before I do this trick. Or do I? Alright, we got his clan castle. It's one less thing we have to worry about. Drop a Teslan. See if I'm going to pull a trap for my healers. And let's take that. Cool. I want the Warden to keep moving right. Real Queen's alive. Can we break? We can. Queen, stay in the base. No, we lost her. Let's do this. This is going to get close on time, I think. We haven't dealt with his Eagle Artillery, which is a problem. I think we still get it, though. Sick. Nice. W. GG. I was a little worried about that the hero compartment at 12. All 4 heroes stacked up. It's pretty nasty. If I'd got that breakdown a second sooner, my queen would have gone in for the scatter. And was that also the eagle compartment? I forget. Yeah, my queen would have stepped in for the eagle. But it's a little bit behind. And also, dropping a wall break over here like this... It is a real toss-up whether or not that wall breaker decides to target something like this, which is not a wall connecting anything, or if it decides to wander through this little bitty gap and target right there like it actually ended up doing. So that was like, definitely crossed my fingers on that wall break, because it can sometimes be really hard to tell what's really going to happen. But Got it done. Didn't panic. All right, 3 more. Been clashing the whole time, but a few times I felt like quitting, but invested so much money. It's hard to let go. It was stale for a while, but updates were far more frequent these days. There is nice things to do. Yeah, exactly. Coming back to the game, it's in a much healthier state. I'll talk about it more in just a minute, but I like a flinger up top. Let's hope there's nothing to see if we can get that mortar out. We do. We do get the mortar. Great. Partial CC lure. Full CC lure. Should be okay. All right. I was wanting to hit his bow. Let's do this and freeze. I'm gonna wait to hit his eagle then. If that's the case, we do this. Should be fine. Yep. That's GG. Get 'em, boys! GG! Got him. Some more 12v13. Pretty much every single attack. Every single attack today except for one has been 12v13. Which is nice, right? Like, actually testing our might. All right, 45 seconds for an XCC request. As soon as we get done with these next 2 hits, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and then I'll hop right in on the 13. I did start a little bit early, so I do have a little bit of extra flex time just to make sure I get through my Town Hall 13 ranked hits. Again, we're not doing legend hits today. Just don't have enough time to fit it into today's live stream. But we do regularly stream our legend hits live on Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. So those 4 days, if I'm live, I always do the legend hits live. But Wednesdays, it's devoted strictly to Town Hall 12 and 13 because I feel it works out better if I do a full set all at once rather than like 2 attacks here, 2 attacks there, that sort of nonsense. And we have some stuff that we can upgrade. So actually, I'm going to do 2 dark drills right now. We're coming down to the end of Town Hall 12 on this account, which is cool. And then I'll do an elixir collector as well. Cool. I'll be upgrading my king for the duration of CWL. But that's what's up. That's what's up. Time to request. Request. Go. Again, we didn't even need to use the totems. Totems are OP. Let's get it. What is this? Okay, I think I see what to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And it might seem like maybe I overinvested or did something a little bit too soon. But the way I see this is that... Let's see. We're going to drop this in just a moment, like here. Cool. All right, the Warden will take a little while to clear Ice Golems, unfortunately. But at least our Flame Flinger is murdering his queen, which I take any day of the week. Uh-oh, Warden. I'm going to rage my queen onto this single here. Throw the fireball now. Cool. Freeze it. And we're Gucci. Easy day. Easy day. One thing about this composition I'm realizing is I don't have a headhunter. But if I'm being real, I haven't found the need for it. I suppose there's been one base today so far where I've thought a headhunter could be really helpful. Perhaps if I'm able to promote this week and I get a little higher in leagues, like maybe not in the next one, but the one after that, perhaps because I'm probably going to run into more folks that have maxed out heroes or more folks that have like maybe even a Town Hall 14. Although Town Hall 14s I think are the base. The minimum league is Witch League. It could be that headhunters come more into play when I'm hitting up again like 2 Town Halls. Because the heroes are so much thicker. One headhunter by like just a rage spell wouldn't deal enough damage plus deal with the incoming DPS from point defenses. Or we get one more hit. We're loaded. Let's make it work. There's no hero at the bottom. That means I think Flinger's better at the bottom. Okay. Oh no, hit our healers. Not what I thought was gonna happen there. Okay. It's coming down. I don't know if his clan castle's loaded or not. I mean, I think we're right on the edge of it. Probably gonna rage in just a second. Rage right here. Okay, CC. Trying to judge what to do here. Okay. Protecting the prince. Why did you break there? Do this. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Let's do that. Should be fine. Nice, dude. And that's a perfect week. That's a perfect week right there. What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? That's a perfect week. 3 stars, 10 attacks. We actually soaked a 99% 2-star defense. And that puts us at the top of the leaderboard. The fact that we got that 8 trophies from that one defense is what sets us apart from Skypey here. But that's a W, guys. We are looking prime to promote. As long as we don't get slaughtered defensively for the rest of the week. Although, even if we did, I think making top 30 in this league is actually not that difficult. And it is top 30, right? Yeah. If we're number 1 right now, we're perfect on offense. I think we have a good shot at promoting. A very, very high likelihood that we'll be in the promotion zone. But that's going to be it. Okay, so I'm going to swap to my Town Hall 13. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And when I get back, we will do as many of those ranked hits as we can, as well as get our war hits off. So I'll do the war hits first, and then break into the ranked hits right after. And we should have time to go ahead and get all that done. I did go live a little bit earlier than usual, so I gave myself a little bit of leeway. It took our buddy up with what he needs. We just did that. And then here, I'll adjust this army when I get back. But it is time to gem the queen, because we want the queen for sure. And yeah. So I'm going to request, because we do want those troops, just to get ahead of the timers. Make sure that our donation request is the maximum that it can be right now, and it is. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys, so a little quick 2-minute timer will appear on your screen. When it counts to 0, we will resume. So I encourage you to take a lap around your house, get something to eat or drink, or you can use the bathroom like I'm about to do. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for another set of 10 ranked Town Hall 13 attacks. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. Yes, I washed my hands. We're ready to go. And here we are on the Town Hall 13. Now, we do need to adjust our army, and we're going to boost our heroes again for these. I had been running my king instead of my queen. If I can have king and queen together, I think that package is probably more powerful than taking the prince on top. Another thing to consider is, strangely, on this account, my prince equipment is not leveled up. So definitely having the king just with his general beef and tankiness, I think is going to be a higher value pairing with the queen. Notice this is my project right now on this account, is upgrading the prince. So as soon as I get 15-15 on the prince, that equipment is probably going to sit that way for a nice long time. In which case I can start to prioritize other things, probably putting levels onto the king's equipment here. But I'm kind of holding off on spending more on my champion because I do want to get the electro boots on the champion. So let's go ahead and swap out the prince for the queen. And the arrow and the action figure are a strong combination to pair with the king, so that's nice. Also, we are taking a flinger just like on the other account. 3 invis and 1 freeze with 2 rage. Sometimes I rage the warden once, sometimes I rage the warden twice. It kind of depends. Like if the warden gets into an advantageous position, raging the warden a second time can be valuable. You'd never want your warden to go down if at all possible. Ice Spartan says, I'll attack tomorrow. Right now, I have no motivation. All right, dude. Just make sure you get those attacks in. Let's see. So the Yeti, because we're going to have the king and the queen together, I don't think the Yeti is needed. So I can actually elect for more rocket loons here. And kind of want to get another baby dragon because 2 babies for the warden is usually strong, and then 1 baby dragon to help the king and the queen out with their funnel is also pretty strong. And I'm going to forewarn you, yesterday I said this at the very beginning of the stream, I accidentally did a ranked hit last night without realizing it. About 30 minutes after I was just doing random battles, to farm. And guess what? I saw 1 out of 10. I said, what do you mean 1 out of 10? Luckily, I 2-starred the hit, but it was against a very strong Town Hall 14. So I'm guessing that when I push attack today, it's going to be a lot of Town Hall 14s. And when I mean a lot, it's going to be a lot. So that's what that is. We're going to need to use definitely going to need at least 1 headhunter with the composition. A little bit more housing space, right? Because Town Hall 13s get 20 more. But it's time. I'm going to double check the equipments. Yes, nothing weird is going on there. And here we go. So first priority, finding the flame flinger value, finding the warden entry. Let's do it. A 14, straight off the rip. Oh boy. Are we ready for this nonsense? Is this where we have to take 3 quakes? Warden will attack the CC. Flinger we can put over here. Okay, so Flinger's job is going to be over here. Warden's job is going to be down here. That's where the freeze goes, onto the headhunters. Mass headhunter CC. Wow, bro. Just wow. That's all I gotta say. some archers down. Getting the cleanup down is something we cannot forget about. Headhunter deal with the Fat King. And we want to fireball the eagle. Whoops. Let's go like this and this. We'll need to drop one rocket loon for the eagle unless he taps it. And he taps it. Okay. Okay, that goes down. We will look to drop the ice golem with the king here. Queen's coming around. We like it. Let's go ahead and invis and rage him. Queen, get the town hall, please. Got it. We got it here. We lost our warden. I thought I put that down. Rip. Okay. GG. Whoo, boy. Whoo, boy. Wow. Nice. Off to a good start. That was a strong 14, too. That was a strong 14. All right. Next. Now we got a 13. Very nice here. Okay. I think we want to hit his eagle with our fireball. Can drop our flinger at the bottom, I think. Let's drop one in here just to check. We'll go here. Baby dragon over there. I'm gonna double up here. Cool. Get one of these. Oh, that was early. We're gonna lose it to the cannon. Everything matters. That down. I'm gonna drop this now because we want him to directly target the single target Inferno here. 1, 2, good. We're moving in the appropriate direction as well. And we'll rage here too, just to move him faster. Even if we go point blank on this, okay, he's up there, he's moving. Let's do queen like this. Warden should be okay. We're holding here. Because this is looking fine. Like, very good. Throw you here. I'm gonna throw this here, freeze. King's ability. And it's shredded. GG. Shredded. Shredded, shredded, shredded. All right. Sick. All right, what do we have in terms of... We're not using the Prince right now. And since we're about to enter into CWL, I think I can upgrade the Prince. You know what? We'll put the Prince down because we're not using him at the moment. We'll upgrade him this weekend. Like, basically for the rest of the week. Cool. I don't know if I'm supposed to donate or not. That's something that I kind of wish someone would clear up for me. Is like, when they ask for the Super Yeti, does this mean that they only want the Super Yeti because they only want to clone a Super Yeti? Like the Electromites? Or am I supposed to put other things in there? I don't know. I don't know. All right, time to request again. So far, looking good. We had a 12, we had a 13, we had a 14 for our first hit. We had 14 for our second hit. We had a 13 for our third hit. Let's go. Find another 13. Okay, very nice. I think the Flinger goes up top. I think the Warden goes down bottom. We Rocket Loon as mortars. Yeah. Okay, so Warden first. Cool. Where's your CC, dude? Here it comes. Poison. If we want to get his eagle, we have to break. Fine. Get this down and this down. We're moving in for his eagle. It's looking really good. Now, I think what I really want to happen here is I get to fireball one of those scatters. But it looks like my Warden wants to go to the right. I can't tell just yet. Let's rage him now. We're right onto the Eagle Artillery now. Situation that we want to be in. I'm going to go and do this now. Try to keep him focused. We still have 11 left. We need to move with the attack, though. Oh, boy. All right, we'll go like this. Oh, Warden, no! I'm going to rage him because I'm starting to get worried. We have time. We got it. GG. Yeah, so guys, I guess if you want to clarify that in your CC request, be like, Super Yeti only in capital letters. Like no fill or something. Because I have a feeling that some players will see that and not know and give you other stuff, and you're going to have to delete it, or you start the attack and all this other stuff comes out and the clone goes off and you get a bunch of barbarians or something. I would write in the request precisely what you mean by that. Because I was questioning that, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to put anything else in there because I think I know what he's trying to do, but don't want to mess it up, you know? So far, looking hot, looking good. Okay, Redox is on board. He's on the money. All right, making sure all the spells. Yep. We'll hit again. Oh, we haven't boosted. Hold on a minute. What am I doing with my life? I think we fireball the eagle. 100%. Fling from the top. Warden needs help. Probably should have frozen there, but he's got 2 other singles. I figure maybe the those freezes could become valuable later on. Oh no, don't go that way. Don't go that way. CC plus Eagle taken, huge value. And then look at the pathing for this attack. Look at how this base is really shaped at this point. We're looking very, very okay. Lost a healer. Cool. Warden, are you okay, buddy? Let's raid you and get ready to freeze. Okay. King. Break. Queen throw. This. This is looking fine. At least I believe it's looking fine. Can break here, I think, with the BK. Help this. Totem on you guys. Probably end up swagging the champion on this. Because I'm about that life. Let's make sure we can actually do it. Can always drop the champion if needed. Swag the champion. We only used 8 rocket loons for that attack. Sure. Sure. The power of heroes, man. The power of heroes. It's legit. Legit. This really makes me mad. That first attack being an oopsie last night. No CC. Didn't even realize it. Probably means that... I mean, we're going to do our best to go perfect for the rest of the set, but... It's my first time being in Witch League. on my 13 here. And I guess we're lucky to have only found 114 or 214 so far. So out of 5 hits that we've done, we've come across 214s. I'm just wondering if it's going to continue to give us 13s if possible, or if it's going to kind of slow down and start giving us other stuff. What the heck? Where's my super minions? What happened? Okay. He was donating at the same time. Almost bugged the CC. Jeez. Dang. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so here we got a strong 14. Eagle from 6 o'clock. Fling from the left side, I think. Okay. Gordon. Need to get ready to I like that his queen went somewhere else for just a moment. Wondering if I'm supposed to do this to get his mortar, just in case. Archer's here. Now his CC hasn't come out, but I feel like it's about to. Where are your clan castle troops? All right, here it is. All right, I'm trying to see the eagle. We're okay. Go quicker. We're going to save the Seeking Shield for cleanup, like right now. GG. GG. Nerd. That was a max 14 too. Get out of my game. 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 Whew. All right, 4 more hits. We're getting filled up way too quick. Homie's got his finger on the trigger. All right. Thank you, sir. Let's do it. Flinger can get the eagle. Our warden, if we fireball that scatter shot on the left, that's also pretty simple value to take. Bro, well, missed the invis. Might be. Well, that just took away time from us. Cool. We want that eagle down before we do anything with the rest of our heroes. Warden, keep moving, please. All right, now that we got you here, we're going to raid you. This here. This here. No, we lost them. All right, so now it's time to fix our mistake. That's so bad. That's so very, very, very bad. Break here. All right, let's rage the queen. Running out of time, which is the problem, the main problem. So we're going to need that ability to go off. Go. Whoo, okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. It's always those super minions. If you aren't like dialed into the CC when it happens, you don't have the poison down immediately with the rage, the warden will die. And when he does, you got to be able to pivot the attack. And we did it. We saved it. But man. That had me sweating for a second there. Okay. Bro. Again? Okay. All right, let's do it. 3 more hits, and then we get to do our war attacks. Another goofy farming base. Easiest fireball of choice is to go for this eagle because it's on the CC, it's on a double scatter shot. There's even an inferno right there. That is a crazy value fireball. Okay, here. Warden here. Those are bad loons. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 onto the archer tower. in just a second. Good. We need that eagle. Rage him. That was a bad totem on my part. Queen goes like this. W. Got it. Pretty easy. Pretty nice and easy, simple. Duty base, really. Duty doot doot base. Really wish people would go online, find something, man. There's so many websites out there that have like decent base links. Or like creators that like say, hey, I pushed with this base and it got me up to this. Use that. There's a good chance someone hasn't seen it before. And if you're one of those people who didn't know that this kind of thing existed on YouTube, it does. And that means there's a lot of other people just like yourself that didn't know before I told you this. So get after it. All right. 2 more hits before the 2 war attacks. And we have been filled instantaneously. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? How are we missing one? Bro, this is driving me wild. Okay. Weird. All right. Another 13. We like it. All right, he's got all these heroes at the bottom. If we hit a single, we don't get the expos, so we'd have to fireball his eagle here. I'm gonna wait to drop the baby dragon. Also, I didn't think ahead to do this part, so we're doing it over here. I'll test 1 in here in case he's got a Tesla that's chilling. Drop you over there. I think we're moving in the right direction, though. Put these down. Okay. Oh, that didn't get it, did it? No, it does. Okay. I'm going to get ready to freeze this. Cool. And he's working. We'll go over here like this. CC comes at the king and the queen. All right, this is something I haven't had to deal with just yet today. Warden. Got it. Good. King is doing king things. Warden is now doing warden things. It's time we do this. Throw this, rage this, totem over you. And it's an easy dub. There we go. Do. Bro, what's going on with donations? I don't know. What do you need? Like a rage? Freeze? Double freeze? I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna pause for a second because every time I look at it, I end up bugging it out. All right, one more hit. And it's a 14. All right, let's see if we can close strong. I'd like to hit his eagle because we get his his town hall's up there. I'm actually gonna rage right here. Alright, we are good. No extra invis needed for that, which is actually a massive dub. And we can look to probably snipe his expo in just a second. We a fourth. Get this going. Okay. Get my this. Get this plus the king and the queen. Break. Do this, freeze this. Do this real quick. How did I lose the Warden? Get in there. Go. Go. Got it. Let's go, boy. Let's go, dude. You can only imagine if I hadn't oopsie went into an attack last night, I could have had a perfect set on both the 12 and the 13. And the 13 is now up to the point where it's hitting, like, it's sort of a 50-50 on whether or not I get a 13 or a 14 on to attack. You can only imagine. And these are really good-looking 14s. We crushed it today. Puts us at rank 5. Again, we didn't have a CC for this 78%. I didn't even know it was ranked. I was just chilling. I was like, oh, cool. I get to practice on a 14. Nope. After the hit was over, about 30 minutes later, saw that 1 out of 10. I was like, no, please tell me no. Please tell me no. All right, now it's time for war. We got time to do a couple war attacks. It's amazing. We went right up to the 2-hour mark, and now it's just enough time to do some war. And we're loaded. Okay, so this is actually going to be war now. And we're going to hit a couple of the 13s. That's an interesting base. This looks like a farming base. I think if I charge at his multi, or kind of like in this pocket here, we can probably work out a fireball to his eagle, which would give us the clan castle, one of his single target infernos. Our flinger, we can probably try to directly target his single target inferno up top. So all the infernos will be dealt with Warden and flinger. And then at that point, we just make sure to keep the Warden alive. He can be responsible for the town hall. I'm guessing king and queen will be over here. Perhaps over here. Maybe over here I drop the champion. Kind of depends, like, right? Like, we need to make sure, the Warden lives. If we lose the Warden, we have to go for the 2-star immediately. But I think this is a pretty clear flinger location up top. Really just want to drop it right in this little pocket here between the helper hut and the army camp, because we don't want it to wander too far left or right, and step out in front of the mortar or this before it's time. We'll see. We'll see. If we get locked onto, we might have to burn a totem early with some extra loons to try to extend the value of that, but I think we're looking fine to go ahead and just give this one a good old college try. Let's go and do it. Partial CC? Oh, that is so awkward. Alright, we saved the one minion coming out from... Alright, we're taking a nice wide path here, which I do not like. I think I was busy responding up top. Took my eye off the ball down south. So the fireball could get a little bit more challenging here. We're locked onto. Let's do this. Those minions, though. All right, this has gotten kind of messy. Let's break here. Do this now. Drop you here. Queen's doing okay. We're fine. We have time. We have time. Plenty of time. Look at the spells. Look at our RC. I'm gonna make sure we go like this with our queen in just a second. She should step in here. And it's GG. Here we go. Nice, easy slap. All right. All right, so quick triple there. Let's go ahead and put up one more. And we're loaded. Cool. Next attack. Let's pick a base. All right. Weird. Another strange layout. Not particularly strange, but just basic. Basic. Interesting. Interesting. But it is a little weaker. I feel like I should leave it for the other 13s. Give our clan the best success. Because I'm definitely one of the stronger 13s on our roster for sure. So weaker defending heroes makes it a little bit easier for someone to come in. So I guess this is the strongest defensive 13 that's on the map, that's left on the map. And what I see here is a warden that could be easily ripped. Again, charging the warden at the eagle. So we could do a totem plus a headhunter trick onto the warden when we drop our flinger, so that the flinger can progress right into that juiciness. Warden, I think, gets dropped in here. We want him to move right in to peg the eagle off. We can work out our invis trick as we go. The king and the queen, I'm guessing we would want to slip them in this way and maybe even throw the RC to come up over the top here. So while there's some cross-tanking going on with king and queen, as we walk the inner channel, RC could control the outer channel there. And I think we've kind of taken it apart at that point. All right, let's do it. Last attack of the stream, guys. Last attack of the stream. Let's go and toss you here. Put you down right here. Like this. Do that. And get ready with the totem and headhunter. Does he see or not? Yeah, we'll do this. Again. We need to do this. Man, that freaking minion is actually ending my career. Not great. Let's put you down like this. All right, we're going to get ready to freeze. And since none of that went particularly well, we'll actually scoop in the bottom side here with the king and the queen. I still haven't made it to attack the eagle yet, which is definitely bugging me, right? Throw it now. Warden's Fireball here. Drip over the top. We have all the Rocket Loons in the world. We'll throw them all in now. We have no stress left. And it's just totally ripped. Seeking Shield. Spiddly diddly. There we go. It's another easy triple. Guys, today I can confidently say, live on stream, across the TH12 and the TH13, we actually had a perfect attacking record. It bums me out to no end that I accidentally hit attack last night with no CC and without even knowing that it was an actual ranked hit, because that would have made me perfect in ranked on 2 separate accounts. That would have made me perfect, which would have almost certainly guaranteed promotion in both places. Now, what happened here? Looks like we have fallen short. 30 seconds is not enough time to make it all the way past here with all the walls that are not open. His king is going to start beating, and unfortunately, that's going to end the raid. But I guess it's GG. All right, so guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and remind everyone I do not stream on Thursdays, so the next time you'll see me is on Friday. And on Friday, we'll be doing ranked hits, and also, I believe CWL in this clan will have started, so we will be able to show CWL off. I'll be doing my legend hits as well on my Tunnel 18, and looking forward to that. Super, super, super fun. And of course, you know, rank 5, maybe we're not out of the running to promote. Maybe we could still promote, but at least defensively, we haven't been able to defend just yet. And we are still catching up some of our rushed defense on this account. But since that's sort of like the primary objective, the defenses are catching up pretty quick. Each week, the base is looking a lot better. And because it's CWL week, I will be upgrading the Prince all week long, but all the other builders, they're on defenses. So the base, it's catching up. It's catching up. And we're loving Clash of Clans. So I appreciate everyone watching. I will go ahead and say, if you're on Twitch, let me see. I can see if it's worth setting up a raid. We have a handful of viewers. We got a handful of viewers. I will go ahead and hit a raid over onto Mr. Morningstar's channel, because he came by and actually said hello to me the other day, and I appreciated that. So I will go ahead and hit /raid, Mr. Morningstar, and if you would like to participate in the raid with a handful of people, go and hit the ready up button now, and we'll raid over. It looks like everyone must be AFK. No one actually hit the ready button. I get it. Clash of Clans streams can be long and everyone kind of chills. So no raid today, but I'll be catching you on Friday. Much love, guys. Keep on clashing. Peace out.